LastPass versus 1Password. Which one is the best one for you and your family? Well, stick around and find out. I'm David, Tech Expert. Today we're going to talk about password managers. I'm going to compare two of them. We're looking at family plans because I think it's critical that we keep the whole entire family secure, especially in this time and season we're in. We're in the back to school time, we're in the shopping time, the holidays coming, Black Friday, all the specials, Amazon days, whatever. All the shopping's coming up and all the things are happening. It's a perfect time to make sure you're keeping all your accounts secure. So we're going to pair LastPass versus 1Password. We're going to compare them across 5 points, and we're going to even look at the price per user group or per family plan and see which one I think is the best. Now, things we're going to look at how many family plan members you get in your plan. Does it support multi-factor authentication, and how does it support it included in it or not? Does it support dark web monitoring? Does it support a travel feature? And does it support a good way of doing sharing? And then lastly, we'll look at price. So stick around with me as I go through these and give you my insight. Number one is going to be, how do they compare for family members that you get in the group? So LastPass is going to give you 6 family members on the family plan. 1Password is going to give you 5 members on the family plan. So for the family plan count, I'm giving LastPass a big win there. Number 2, do they support dark web monitoring? I'm going to say yes, they both do, and this is a key feature when you have the family plans. You want to make sure everyone's email address and everyone's information is being securely monitored, or make sure no one's showing up on the dark web, no one's information has been stolen, no one's identity has been hacked, or no one's information has been being brokered out there in some strange, crazy way, and something bad hasn't happened to anyone's account, especially when you are all kind of working together. So they both support that, so I'm going to give them both a big win on that. Number 3 we're going to talk about is multi-factor authentication. Do they support this, and then how do they support it? So LastPass side lets you do multi-factor authentication. You can do multiple apps with it. You can even run a hardware key like a YubiKey, and that is great. On the 1Password side, you can do the app authentication. You can also do a YubiKey on it, and it lets you generate your own multi-factor authentication key inside the app and connect it to an account. That means, like, if you're using multi-factor authentication and you're going to share that account to a family member who needs to be able to log in, then they'll be also able to generate the key from within the app and not have to request the key from somebody else or have another app that you are sharing to them to generate the key. This is a big deal because it makes means you can easily enable multi-factor authentication for all your accounts, which you should be doing, and then still be able to feel comfortable like you can share it with a family member or somebody else and not have to worry about how they're going to be able to authenticate when you're doing the multi-factor authentication with that account. All right, so for that, I'm going to give the multi-factor authentication a big win to 1Password. All right, next up, we're going to talk about travel. When you have family members, there's more than one person that you're traveling, or there's more than one person accessing the same sort of group of accounts, then travel becomes more important that you can secure it well. LastPass doesn't really have a full-on travel secure system. They have a mode where you can define maybe a country that you can access it from or not access it from. That's about it for travel, and that's kind of weak. On the 1Password side, they took it much further in the fact that when you click in their travel mode, basically you can define what vaults or what sets of accounts will be available while you're traveling, and everything else you can basically hide and make it look like it never existed in the app. This means that you stay more secure, and everyone else's things that you may be sharing can be hidden and keep those secure as well while traveling. And that's big anytime you may have to check across a border or go through some sort of security system where they may want to look at your things. So the travel feature, I think, is huge, especially with families where you're sharing accounts and things within the group. that it's not just you that you're responsible for everything. You have other people's information that may be shared to you that you're using, and the fact that you can hide all that information while you're traveling until you feel like you're in a secure location is a huge deal. So for travel, I'm going to give a big win to 1Password. All right, let's talk about sharing. That's number 5 on my list, is going to be sharing. Sharing on these works similarly, but there are some few little differences, so let's go over that. 1Password. LastPass lets you share with anyone you want to share it with, but it requires them to have an account with LastPass and be using LastPass to receive the share and be able to use it. And it doesn't have a timer on it. Basically means as long as you share it, it will be active until you deactivate the share yourself within the app. Now, the person you share to could use the free version if they don't want to pay for it, but they will need to have a version of LastPass running to be able to use the share that you're sharing to them. On the other side, 1Password is doing it differently. It lets you share within the app, within the family, and it will share outside the app or outside the family, and that user doesn't require them to have a copy of 1Password. If they do, great. If they don't, they have basically like a one-time or one system use link that they can link and log in with, and that login then is valid for you define how long. Meaning you can define it to be valid for a day, a week, a month, or up to maybe a year. So that means you don't have to worry if you're going away for the weekend, you're getting together with friends and family, and you want to share a streaming service while you're there with the family. You can share it to them. They don't have to have 1Password. And you can define that it's going to only be valid for the weekend, and then once it's done, it automatically cancels their shareability. And if they want to use the link, it will be invalid, and they'll be required to request a new link from you. So you don't have to remember to go back in, check whoever you shared to, and cancel out anybody if you want to use a timer-based solution. So for the sharing, I really like 1Password better. The fact that you get the ability to give it a time limit, and the fact that they don't have to have the app to be able to use the link that you're going to send. All right, that brings us to the last one, the cost. This is the big one, especially with families. Money is important, that we're getting our maximum value for the dollars we spend. So the current price is $4 for 6 members for LastPass, and $5 for 5 members for 1Password. So LastPass clearly is winning on the price here. Now they both have some sort of free or trial versions, but eventually after either 14 to 30 days you will have to pay, so keep that in mind. Now if you want to add another member on the 1Password side, it will cost you $1 extra for every extra bonus family member you want to add. So if you want to get to 6 family members, it'll cost you $6 a month per user. So $1 per user basically is the price on 1Password, and LastPass is a little bit less than $1 per user at 6 members at $4. So keep that in mind. There are promotions run with both of them, so you can at times get a better deal on 1Password if you jump in on one of their amazing promotions they run, where you could get like up to maybe 40% off at times. I've seen the coupons be, and that would means your price per user would be less than the price for LastPass. Overall, how I stack up, who wins, who doesn't win, how many wins did everybody get? Let's take a quick review. Number 1 was how many users they had. LastPass won on this, they get a win for that. Number 2 was dark web monitoring. They both support this, so they both get a win for that. Number 3 was going to be the multi-factor authentication. I'm giving a win to 1Password, and they get a win there. Number 4 is going to be my travel option. I'm going to give it one win to 1Password there. Number 5 is the sharing. They both do it, but I think the sharing plan that doesn't require you to be a member and lets you have a time-based limit on it, is a better solution. So I'm gonna give a win to 1Password. And the last one would be the price. I'm going to give my win to LastPass on the price, as you get 6 members for $4. So who wins overall? Well, LastPass walks away with 3 wins. 1Password walks away with 4 wins. Now, either one you pick, I think you're a winner at, but overall, I clearly think 1Password is the clear winner. I like the fact that they have those features in it that just make more sense for your money. The sharing, the fact that you can set a time limit and they don't have to have the app is big. The travel plan that really secures your accounts and everybody else's that you may be shared with you is big. The fact that you can do the multi-factor authentication and connect it right into an account you have on there, so when you share it out or if you have to use it with the family, nobody has to worry about generating their own code or someone's code going to somebody else's phone and having them need to send that code to them on the fly. That to me is big as well. So for those major reasons, I'm really loving the fact that 1Password is doing a better job, I think, than LastPass. And 1Password has no data breaches recently, and LastPass had a data breach last year. The 1Password is independently audited, so you can know that is accurate at the time of recording this. Like I said, either plan you go with and either method you go with, I think is great. Remember, there's no free in Password Manager. Even if it is a free plan, that doesn't mean it's fully free. They're going to make their money somehow, so they know that that means they may be using data for marketing purposes that they're pulling from your account, that they don't really have access to everything, but they are monitoring something in some way to monetize it for them. So having a paid service, I think, for a Password Manager is always a cleaner and better way to do it. Now, if you need help with any of this, click the link down below. I have a link where I can help you out. You can book a call to work with me. And I hope you found this video helpful. If so, please give me the big thumbs up, like it, share it with your friends and family, and make sure you hit that subscribe button for me. If you haven't done so yet, check out the description down below. I'll have links to both Password Managers. They're not affiliate links. I do have affiliate links to other apps and other tools I think are great for you out there. So make sure you check out my big list. They will pay me a small commission fee. The commission continues to help me make amazing new content like this. I want to know, what's your favorite Password Manager? Leave me a comment in the comments section down below. Again, I'm David Tech Experts, and I look forward to working with you.